A man was stabbed in the shoulder 5 times as he was robbed of his Audi A4 estate here last Thursday night. That story is shocking enough, but it's far from unique. But what perhaps is more shocking is the fact that stabbings happen so frequently on the streets of Greater Manchester. There are 6 stabbings in Greater Manchester every day, meaning only London has more knife crime in Britain. In the 3 months from April to June, there were 520 knife crimes. When I say knife crime, I'm talking about crimes in which knives were actually used. The figures do not include minor crimes such as possession or even threatening with a knife. In contrast, over the 3-month period, there were 339 firearms incidents. But that figure includes using guns and threatening to use them.
It does surprise me that there's been one actually on the close, because this is a very quite close and very little ever happens here.
In the last few years, thousands of people in Greater Manchester have been stabbed. High-profile cases include Detective Constable Stephen Oak, who was killed during a terror raid in Crumpsall in North Manchester; Gary Etchells, a police community support officer who was stabbed in the neck as he tried to assist during an eviction in Stalybridge 2 years ago; and 24-year-old student David Brown, who died after he was stabbed in the leg after a night out in Manchester's Gay Village last month.
A lot of the young lads are just think little gangsters, don't they? And that's it. They go around pretending that they're big drug lords and all that, stabbing people. Like, it's for fun.
Too many people with attitudes and too many people that think that it's all right to do stuff like that.
Most of them are young offenders and they're taken to court and they don't get punished enough.
I've just bought this knife set for £6. Any of these could potentially be used as a lethal weapon. Of course, I'm not actually planning to stab anybody, but the police don't know that, and that's why knife crime is so hard to solve.
Shouldn't carry knives, you shouldn't be allowed to carry knives.
If I went to a shop now and bought a knife, though, you wouldn't be able to tell whether I was going to go and stab my cameraman or go home and carve a joint, could you? You wouldn't be able to tell. How do you police that?
Because of the size of them.
They should have more rights to stop and search, I feel, of every member of the community.
Now, the police say that stabbings actually account for less than 1% of total crime in Greater Manchester, but that they're determined to do everything they can to stop it. In fact, last year they took part in the National Knife Amnesty when nearly 2,000 blades were retrieved. These latest statistics must call into question just how effective that amnesty was, although the Home Office said that the level of knife crime has been pretty consistent over the last few years. Richard Butt, Channel M News.